It's the Wiiviewer!
And the LilWiiviewer.
And the littlest.
And we're going to review.
Nintendo Labo, the first one.
So yes, we are reviewing cardboard. And you'll be seeing video of us putting it together on just like the basic first ones. And then a video of the directions.
Because no spoilers.
No, I'm going to give spoilers. Cardboard turns into things. Like a transformer. First off, I have to say this package was pretty heavy.
I mean, there's cardboard in it. It's pretty dense.
It's a lot of sheets of cardboard.
Yeah, like 18 or so.
So what do you think of this whole cardboard idea?
I thought it looked interesting, and I was correct. It was interesting.
I thought it was cardboard, and I was right.
Yes, you were.
Because it is cardboard.
I know people are like, oh, Nintendo's charging you for cardboard. Well, it's actually pretty good quality cardboard.
I didn't realize there was different qualities of cardboard.
There's many different qualities of cardboard. There's thin cardboard, and then there's industrial cardboard, which is more what this is. I made the motorcycle, you made the piano.
Who is you in this context?
The littlest made.
The piano and the fishing rod.
And you made...
And everything else.
Yes, I guess you...
Holder, the...
This makes a lot more sense if I don't
card.
point to you. Although I like the fishing rod idea, I tipped it over a couple times.
That is user error. If you set it up correctly, then it doesn't do that.
I was really yanking on that cord going, come on, fish! Come on up!
Something was getting caught. You should have opened it up and fixed it, but I mean, you didn't do that, so...
Do you have a favorite?
Probably the house. Probably the game that you'll... Game in quotes. There isn't much of a game here. It's probably the thing you'll spend the most time on, simply because there's the most to do there. Unless you know how to play piano.
So let's just quickly go over each of the things. The motorcycle is basically you have a motorcycle game and you just drive through this track. The piano, you're...
Playing the piano.
Fishing, you're fishing. Okay, this is getting awfully simple here.
In house, you're housing.
Now, I think you're haunting some poor guy.
And is totally okay with it.
In RC car, you're RC carring.
Now, there's also a robot kit that you could buy separately, but that didn't look entertaining to me at all.
Most of these games aren't the most entertaining things in the world. They're more of just cool bonuses to the thing you just built.
Now, I'd like to make a confession here. I've had our Switch for, a year? This is the very first cartridge we've ever owned for the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
We do everything digital.
Finally, a cartridge that we could lick responsibly.
What does it taste like? Go grab it.
Oh, stop.
Poison. Basically, it's on-screen instruction. It also gives you the ability to see how the projects actually work behind the scenes, and then it gives you games to play. It also gives you a programming language that you can make your own games with the Labo.
A common misconception here is that these are like games. The thing is that these aren't really super full-fledged games. They're more of just ways to see how your thing works. It's more of just the novelty of, hey, this thing I built is actually doing it. They're tech demos. The majority of your playtime is building the thing. In fact, they show the estimated times on there, and they are accurate.
I thought that the way that they showed you on the screen how to build this stuff was actually quite good.
Just be wary, because when it says 3 hours for a piano, it means 3 hours for a piano.
So let's actually talk to the person who put together the piano.
The keys were repetitive, though at least the commentary over it was actually pretty interesting. By the end of this, you'll be a master at making cardboard keys.
So was it really complicated under the hood?
If you look at the IR camera, which is a thing you can do with the Discover mode, it lets you basically see the inner workings of all the projects and let you make your own. It shows that it's not actually super complicated. All it's really seeing is like special stickers from the keys you just push down, which lifts it up, and you see the sticker. That's it. It just recognizes stickers.
I mean, the piano uses an entire sheet of it, and it's larger than the other sheet.
It's an entire sheet of stickers.
So many stickers! Now I have to say, this is the second most complicated cardboard project I've ever put together. The very first one was a cardboard clock I made out of cardboard.
Congratulations.
It
Was it functional?
Yes, it was. We had to use an X-Acto knife to cut exact tiny little pieces to make these little inner workings of a clock. My dad and I put it together. So, Littlest, you played around with the programming language. What did you think of it?
It's interesting, I suppose. I'm more interested in what other people did, to be honest, because I did absolutely nothing of note.
It's super interesting. There's not a lot of options, but just enough where people with way too much time on their hands can do way too much good with it.
Yeah, we've seen the videos.
There's someone working on, I think, a calculator or something. There's always someone working on a calculator.
We have a calculator in Mario Maker.
The Discover mode is pretty interesting. It's the main bulk of the game, just because like the games, as you said before, are like just tech demos to an extent, more to show off the power of what you just did, and the best way to show off that power is to show off how it works in Discover mode. And it goes into all the little inner workings of how everything works, and it's super interesting, gives you a lot of insight into how it works.
And I bet it also helps you with your programming, because then you can say, okay, if that works that way, then maybe I can make something that does this.
Right, and you're accompanied by 3 other people, which I can't remember their names, but they have witty humor and also are really, really chatty.
Nintendo Labo Variety Kit number 1. LilWiiviewer, would you buy, sale, or skip?
I'm gonna hit this up with, it's up to you. Clicking on this video, you already know if you're going to buy it or not, because this is such a divided topic and is only meant for a certain subset of humans that a simple buy, sale, or skip is not going to qualify for that range of people. If I were to say for the general public, I would say sale, because $70, that's a pretty steep curve for something that you don't know if you'll enjoy. But for the people that know that they like it, they obviously have already bought it day one.
All right, Littlest, would you buy, sale, or skip?
What he said. Arrow pointing to it.
I'm going to say buy.
You think it's worth a buy even at $70 for
Yep.
a piece of cardboard?
Absolutely, because I don't see it that way.
Actually, it's like 20 pieces of cardboard.
I see it as a toy. You, as someone who has never bought your own toys.
Me, an intellectual.
As children who have never bought toys at Christmas time, this is not an unreasonable price for a toy. And if this is actually an educational toy, something that you can actually play around with and tweak in your own way by adding stickers or whatever you want. So yeah, I think this absolutely is worth a buy.